Alright, I think I got this thing down pat, man. I ain't sure. Cause this my first time going live. Alright, y'all, look here. Anybody got any questions about anything that I be speaking on? What's up, family? This is my first time going live, so I'm new to this. If anybody got any questions about anything that I be talking about, put it in the comments so we can talk about it. Y'all quiet today? Anyway, I'll just get it started. Y'all ain't got no questions. So, astro projecting. How long did it take you to get it down? It actually happened by accident. It was something I wasn't even trying to do. I just rolled out my body by accident. So I was laying down and I heard somebody breathing beside me. I thought it was somebody else in the bed, but I was the only one in the bed. Man, this thing tripping. I think it just cut off. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I rolled out by accident and I could hear something breathing beside me. And I realized after a little while that it was my physical body breathing. But I thought it was somebody else in the bed, but I knew it was just only me in the bed. So that's how my astral projection began. How did you know how to go back into your body? Shit, I got nervous and I just automatically slammed back into my body. That's how that happened. If you get nervous on the astral plane, you will automatically slam back into your body. Hey, originally me. Next time I'll have questions together. Do you think William Cooper was a patriot? Patriotic race? No, I don't think Cooper was a racist. He was married to a Asian lady, looked like. He told so much truth as far as like the hidden agendas behind the extermination of black people. I don't think he was a racist. Otherwise, he would have kept a lot of that stuff to himself. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. Hold up, let me see. Somebody got a question. Also, do you think the Pleiadians and Anunnaki fought? Man, that's a good question. I'm gonna be honest with you. Shit, I really don't know. That's a good question. Are you affected by hurricanes? No. We got a little wind and rain, that's it, but no. Um, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. I was just talking to my auntie. Man, talking about dead. They so mentally gone. How long have you been on your path? Since I was about 18. About 18. It was after I got out of school. Um, High school that is, but yeah. Um, I was talking to my auntie, She love to talk about the Bible. Man, you can go to the origin of something and show them the documents and everything. Some people, they beyond saving mentally. I was trying to tell her about the astral plane, the jealous God, where the word Jesus come from, Christ come from. Bro, I was reading up on some of it and the Audible I looked at. Okay. Yeah, I was talking to her about the Sumerian tablets. How like in the Sumerian tablets, when you first open it up, telling my auntie about this, that is, it was saying that the council of the Anunnaki were discussing on how they was going to destroy us. They was thinking about maybe blazing it a fire or sending some type of plague through these spaceships where everybody would get sick and die. Then they came up with the idea of this flood. And it was saying in the Sumerian tablets that Enki, Ea, aka Yahweh, he overheard them. And being that he knew they plan, he was underhandedly was gonna save his son, which is Noah. Shit. So that's why God saved Noah, because he knew they plan to destroy everybody on the planet. I used to sun gaze. I don't have time to no more. Most of my information is either from books or personal experience. YouTube tripping, y'all. Kicking me out. The Gnostic text had me tripping on YouTube about how it was, what did she say? Was to the Bible. The Gnostics ain't that close to the Bible. Good day, bro. My battery is dying. I'll catch you this later. I don't know if I'm gonna say this one or not, because I'm all over the place. I'm just trying to see what type of questions y'all really got. But anyway, back to what I was saying with the Sumerian tablets. In the Sumerian tablets, you got Ah in there, you got Asar in there, you got Enoch in there, which is Ningazita, aka Thoth. They all on this planet called a mothership called Nibiru. You also got Ra, which is known as Marduk in the Sumerian tablets. Man, you got all these gods on Nibiru, on this big mothership. And according to the book Encounters by Dr. Flory, certain gods on certain planets. Yeah, like Enki. Enki would be the ruler of this planet, aka Yahweh. Okay, so you got all these different deities that rule certain planets. CJ, what's up, man? Upload and save, please. Don't act like. Oh, okay. I hear you. The shadow assassin. I'm gonna say this. When it comes to these angels, people give these angels a whole bunch of recognition, a lot of glorification. But if y'all caught up on one of my videos that I made, where I was showing documents that we were made to rule over the angels, they were made to submit to us. When I say us, I'm talking about the melanated, dark-skinned people on this planet. Y'all don't even know who y'all are. We were made to summon, command, and order the demons and the angels. That's where our power lay at. It ain't about this economic an economic plan, that shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. Your power lie in the angels and the demon controlling them. Because they were made to submit to us. Oh, okay. Where is that written? That's written in the Holy Quran. It's in the damn, I forget what I showed in my videos. I think it's called, I showed the exact surah or the exact chapter. I think it's in the video called "We Were Made to Rule Over the Angels." Yeah, but it's in the Quran. Also, it gives you glimpses of it in the Bible. It say in the Bible that you, your gods, children of the Most High God. Scriptures can't be broken. It say, "Is it not written in your law that I have said that you were gods?" So, if you a God, you ain't got no business praying. Praying for what? You the God. You supposed to command shit. Yes, we're stronger than them. They wouldn't exist without us because they live within us. This is why the kingdom is within you. Remember, we got a miniature universe inside of us. That's the pineal gland. Everything you see on the outside of you is a reflection of what's on the inside of you. We multi-dimensional beings. And you got to remember that the pineal gland has 72 chakras in it. These 72 chakras are stages of consciousness. Or I would say the Goetia Damians, okay? Or demons, or jinn. Just like y'all, I know y'all seen the movie. If y'all ain't seen it, this shit tripping. All right, we back on, ain't tripping. But like I was saying, there are 72 chakras in your pineal gland. Right. Yes, that's right. Yeah, 72 chakras in your pineal gland. And once you awaken your kundalini, you can command them at will, the angels and the jinn. But like I was saying about Aladdin, if y'all seen the Aladdin movie, it show you the power of the jinn. If you read the Hermetica, which is a book of Enoch, but it's translated by Walter Scott, it tells you that the jinn or the Damians were made to carry out the order of the Most High, which is you once you awaken the Kundalini. Okay, this is why Jesus Christ is within you. This is why the Bible say, great things I have done, but you shall do even greater. This is why the Quran say the angels were made to submit, the jinn were made to submit to the black man that was molded from the mud on earth. This is what the Quran say. That's what the shit say now. So the jinn, according to the Hermetica, were made to carry out the order of the Most High God, which lives inside you. You are just the commander. You just supposed to command. You ain't supposed to do shit but command. And then the jinn are supposed to carry out your order. Now you can do rituals and shit like that so you can program your subconscious mind so that your pineal gland will secrete this DMT, which will tap you into the spirit realm where you can see these deities that you're trying to summon or that you are summoning. I mean, that's one way of doing it. But the quickest way is to awaken the cosmic current, Kundalini, or we will say the burning bush, which is the Kundalini. Remember, it said in the Bible, for our God is an all-consuming fire. That's the Kundalini. That's Lucifer, the light bearer. It's just esoteric, y'all. It's not some shit that's outside of you. You get it? Our God is an all-consuming fire. That's what it say. And yet we supposed to go to hell and burn in hell. And yet your God is an all-consuming fire. That shit don't even make no sense. Think about it now. If your God is an all-consuming fire, and there's a such thing called hell where people are supposed to burn forever, then your God must be a part of this hell state. Where is there any sense in that shit? This is how you know they lied about that shit. That's how you know the enslavers used that as a scare tactic to our ancestors so they could control and rule with ease. Why they caused all type of chaos and hell while we was on earth. Why they had their heaven on earth and gave us nothing but pure hell. Anybody got no questions? It's tripping, y'all. Okay, I'll say. Hold up. Who was there? Do you? Wait, shit. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to read this. This thing tripping. Yes, you have to balance your chakras. Because if you awaken the mighty current kundalini with your chakras unbalanced, whatever chakra that is not balanced will be intensified 100 times 100. So let's just say if your root chakra is not balanced and you can't control your sexual urges, if you awaken that kundalini, your ass gonna be a sexual predator because it's gonna be intensified 100 times 100. Now, if you're a person that is spiritual and you awaken your kundalini because that's where you reside at the most, you reside in that chakra the most, then that chakra is gonna be intensified like 100 times 100. You have all type of abilities like clairvoyance, clairaudio, clairsentience. You have all these God type, God given abilities. But if you're vibrating low, man, all you're gonna do is awaken your spiritual centers on a lower density level, on the astral plane. There are lower spiritual densities on the astral plane. That's why in the Quran it said there are 7 gateways to hell and 7 gateways to heaven. That means that in each 7 chakra there are higher dimensions and lower dimensions. So you can go to the lower astral realms, or you can go to the higher astral realms, or you can skip past the astral and go to higher dimensions, such as the 5th, 6th, 7th. Okay? And Thoth talks about this in his book, The Imram Tablets, where you can go past this astral realm by saying certain octaves or words. But it's not the word, it's the vibration that will make you escape past the 4th dimension. And I think it's the actual word is shit. I think it's I don't want to get I'm trying to get this right, y'all. I'm trying to give y'all the word where you can go past the 4th density and escape this earth realm and go to other planets on the astral realm. Um, where you can go past this earth grid realm. Because most people that's on the astral, they never leave this physical earth. They just wander around the physical. It's Ephraim El Uru. Chant the word Ephraim El Uru when you're on the astral plane. And you can break the barriers and leave this physical realm and go visit other planets and see other people, how their civilizations is cultivated, how they rule, their woes, their foes, their rises, their falls, the way that they govern. What them questions is? Okay, where we at? Have I heard of Dante's Inferno? Yeah, I heard of it. I don't really have no on that though. How can I see my past lives? Put your consciousness, if you want to see your past lives, this is according to the Imram tablets. There's books on past lives, but according to the Imram tablets by Thoth the Atlantean, aka Enoch, Tahuti, Ningazita, Quetzalcoatl, he went by many different names. Um, According to the Imram tablets by Thoth the Atlantean, he says to put your consciousness in the center of your pineal gland and just hold it there. And that's how you can tap into your past life incarnations. So you have to do a meditation like that. You can chant the word Om to help stimulate the pineal gland while you're doing it. But just put your concentration, aka your chi energy, on your pineal gland and hold it there. Hold your attention on your third eye. Ephraim El Uru. Yes, that's it. Then how would you recommend we balance our chakras? That's a good question. Challenge your urges in life. Realize what chakra center that you are in. First, you got to understand the chakra centers. There's books on it. There's a book called the Chakra Handbook, so that you can understand these stages of consciousness that reside within us, that influence us. Then once you understand these stages of consciousness, you can observe them. You can observe them, and you will know where you're residing at, more so than anything. And once you pay attention to these chakras and pay attention to your emotional body, then you can really challenge them. Okay, because this is the point of evolving. You have to balance and master these chakras. Otherwise, they just like chaos. They'll rule you. You know, you got to rule them. Yep, the Chakra Handbook. There's also things called the tuning forks. They help balance the chakras. You can get one. I got one. As a tuning fork is at 528 hertz, and it helps balance and stimulate the chakras. There's also chants you can certain chants you can do to help balance these chakras. Another way to just get right to the point, just kill your ego. If you kill your ego, your chakras, they'll align. Kill the ego. Don't judge nobody. See everybody as a reflection of you, because that could have been you. You could have reincarnated into that person's body, that person's situation, that person's family. So every time you see somebody, see them as a reflection of who you could have been. So don't judge nobody. That's one way you can balance your chakras. Understand that we living in an illusion. That's it. This shit ain't real. You don't own your children. You don't own nobody. You don't own their soul. Okay? It's an illusion. You don't own nothing. We just role playing. You could have been a woman in your past life. That's it. 528 hertz tuning forks. You could have been a man in your past life. You see, we role playing. Your mama right now could have been your child. You could have been your mama's mama in a past life. She could have been your child in the past life. We role playing. We interdimensional beings just having a human experience. Any questions? Yeah, but there's so many ways you can balance your chakras. I recommend killing the ego. Kill it. Do every, do people right. Put love in your heart. That just gets straight to the point. We can't remember December the 21st. I don't know what you talking about. I heard people talking about food shortages around that time. I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. The reason why we can't remember though is because we are a source of food for the jealous God on the fourth dimension or fourth density level or low spectrum of light, the astral light, astral realm. He reincarnates us, wipes our memory so that we won't know who we are, so that we won't remember our past life. In a way, it's good that we don't remember our past lives because we're trapped on this earth realm. Many of us, if we remembered our past life and we knew who a person was in the past life, we probably walk up to him and just start beating the hell out of him. Imagine if your daughter was your murderer in the past life and you was able to remember that your daughter was your murderer, and because y'all could never get along, the universe designed it that y'all was gonna get along because that was your daughter. Because y'all could never break the evil bond that y'all had between each other. The universe worked it out. The cosmic consciousness worked it out that y'all was gonna fix that shit, and y'all wind up being daddy and daughter. Okay, it's set up like that so it won't cause confusion for one. It's also set up that you won't know who you are. But once you kill the ego and you understand that all this shit is an illusion, even if you are to remember your past lives and you are able to remember, you won't even give a shit because you know it's an illusion. So some people that they're not ready for that because they are not vibrating high enough to withstand that type of information. It will be utter chaos. Could we fight to have a family on the Astra? Hell yeah. If we interdimensional beings, why we having this human experience? Cause we got trapped. We got trapped by. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I personally think that the Anunnaki. This is according to the Sumerian tablets. I think that they plotted against us. Meaning, when I say Anunnaki, Anunnaki could be any interdimensional being that came from another dimension, planet, okay, and came on this realm. Because, Anunnaki mean those that came down from the heavenly realm. But I personally think that it was the Draconians that deactivated us, left us with two DNA strands so that they could rule. And according to the Actron, the Doctrine of God, according to that book, the Syrians, whom we are direct descendants are, they look just like us, they just tall as hell. Giants. That's according to the Hermetica by Walter Scott. They giants, they tall, but they look just like us. They were quarreling with the reptilians or the Draconians. The Draconians ain't never like this. And I believe that the reptilians have been using, through grafting or genetic engineering, they've been using the Caucasians to mistreat us because they cannot directly come at us. It would be against galactic law because we are not on their vibration. Only the Syrians can face them head on because we're dealing with cosmic law, which is the law of attraction, which is the laws of vibration. Just like in the movie The Titans, the angels don't come and fight the Titans until the Titans wake up. The angels didn't have nothing to do with the human on earth, period, because we are not on their vibration. But the angels come on the scene when the Titans wake up. So we're talking about octaves, vibrations, the laws of attraction. Okay, this is when these beings will come out of their hiding place. Y'all get what I'm saying? So this is why, like, the Bible talks about there shall be a new heaven and a new earth. Heaven shall pass away, and the earth shall pass away. And yet everybody think they going to heaven and gonna live forever. You got a jealous, nothing ass God that live on this so-called heavenly realm, fourth dimension, which is not the all of the all, and is ruled by somebody that shouldn't be there. Just like planet Earth is ruled by somebody that shouldn't be here ruling. That's why heaven and earth shall pass away. Think about it now. In the Old Testament, it say, I shall make all things new. That means that the Most High God that's in you, that has a set timer of awakening, once we go through this ascension process, is going to do away with all this shit. That's why Horus, which is your higher self, once you awaken, is going to war. Horus goes to war. He's a warrior deity. He's going to disintegrate the fourth dimension, y'all so-called heavenly realm, with y'all heavenly father. Okay? And the earth realm is gonna be rid of these parasites that's ruling. Okay, I'm telling y'all now, this is what it is. Yes. Anybody got any questions? Because I can go on and on. Okay. Mental illnesses. Oh man, mental illnesses. That could be a lot of that can be just from slavery, eating the wrong foods, intermixing with your own cousins because you didn't know that y'all was kin because they separated families during slavery. That could be being fed the wrong foods during slavery, generation to generation. The bloodline was just tainted, causes mental illnesses. That could be so many different things. Is there a way to destroy the jealous? Hell yeah, there's a way to destroy the jealous God. If everybody on this planet was to enjoy a day, everybody was happy on this planet, he wouldn't be able to feed. He feed off your photons, your light particles. He'll probably go crazy. And let us do it for a week. We've been killed his ass. That's his food source. We are. That's why we are reincarnated back and forth on this planet. And when you stress, you depressed, you're going through something, you're in pain, you're suffering, your body sends out photons, which are fragments of your soul. And remember, according to the Gnostic text, the jealous God is devoid of the divine spark. He doesn't have this light. Therefore, he reincarnates us so he can steal the light from us, which is soul. Yeah, he can be done away with. But this is why it is set up for everybody to be struggling, stressed out, going through pain and suffering by the Draconians, which is initiated through the Draconians, through the Caucasian race. I ain't saying all Caucasians bad now. I'm talking about the ones that rule it, the elites, okay, that set it up and program the rest of the Caucasians all the way from history up to this day, from enslaving the natives all over the planet. And it was instilled to their children's children to feel superior over the natives of the planet, the original people of the planet. It was set up by the Draconians to keep this planet or the people vibrating low so that the jealous God can continue to feed. If we stop him from feeding, we can get rid of his nothing ass. Yes, the Caucasians' history don't go no further back than 6,000 years. That's why everywhere they went, they say they discovered something, but we was already there. That's why every time they went to a certain continent on the planet, they called it New England because it was new to them, Newfoundland because it was new to them, New Zealand because it was new to them, New York because it was new to them, New Hampshire because it was new to them, New England because it was new to them. You get the point. We discovered this. They ain't discovered shit. They stole it. That's just the truth. They stole it through bloodshed. I'm not coming down on nobody. I'm just stating what history has to offer us. It's not my intentions to come down on a race of people. I'm just stating what anybody can research this shit. Go read Stolen Legacy by George M. James. Go read The Destruction of Black Civilization by Chancellor Williams. Go read the shit. Is that Yaldabaoth? Wait a minute, I forgot something. How can I get a legit copy of the Gnostic text? Oh, you can find that online. And a legit copy of the Gnostic text. So when we feel pain and negative emotions, he feeds. Right. When we feel pain and emotion, negative emotion, he feeds. Right. During the dimension alignment, do you think we will be able to leave? Yes. Many of us will. Those that are vibrating high enough. Those that are materialistic, they ain't going nowhere. Those that don't want nobody touching nothing that's theirs. It's all this mine, this mine. I got this, I got that. Bragging about what they got, all type of shit. They ain't going nowhere. They be stuck here. Have you heard of Yaqub? Yes, I've heard of Yaqub. Elijah Muhammad talked about Yaqub. The 5%ers adopted that from the teachings of Elijah Muhammad through Clarence X. Is he the jealous God? Yes, Yaldabaoth is the jealous God in your Bible. The bloodthirsty God. Just got to kill something. Got to kill something. And yet the Bible say thou shalt not kill. Think about that shit. Yes, the Yaqub story has some truth when understood. Yes, it is very possible to speak to the living, not the dead. We the dead. Yes, that's when we feed our spirit body, when we have positive thoughts. Every thought is like a block. Every positive thought is like a block to like building a wall. And imagine that wall strengthening your spirit or your etheric body. But every negative thought is like a block being removed. So you build your own wall or you tear it down. You strengthen your own etheric body or you weaken it. The masses are up under a hypnotic trance. You can't tell them shit. They're all of them are up under hypnosis. And they just born into it. And because they born into it, they think it's right. Because that's what they've been taught all their life. So many people up under hypnosis don't even realize it. The voices that scream in the spirit realm, those are low dimensional entities. Come on, y'all, give me some good questions. Man, I know I've been going for about 40 minutes. Okay. Is in the ether or inside me? Oh, trust me, you'll know. Because you'll be in between that half asleep, half awoke state, and you'll be having that paralysis, the night paralysis. People call it sleep paralysis. Yeah, you'll know. Right. That's when you can activate the rainbow body by positive thoughts. The llama said it takes 12 years. I ain't believing none of that shit. The reason why I'm not believing that is because the llamas say that it normally takes a person a lifetime to awaken the kundalini. And it took me 3 minutes. First time I tried it, I awakened my kundalini. Literally, it took me 3 minutes. So I ain't buying that shit. It's what your will. If you have a strong will, then you can do it. We are under many layers of sleep. Hell yeah. Many layers of sleep. I agree. Yeah, you can take weapons in the astral realm. I I know y'all ain't gonna believe this shit. I don't care. I know it. I got the gnosis. Long as I know it, I know. But I had an out of body experience. I don't think I ever shared this with y'all. And when you have an out of body experience, you'll feel an electrical jolt. Your body it'll feel like a current wave go through your whole body. Feel like an electrical jolt. And this is the detachment from the physical body. But anyway, I had an out of body experience. I mushed my hand through the door, my bedroom door. You talking about some weird feeling shit? You can literally feel the molecules of the door. It's hard to explain with the human language what it feel like. It feel like if imagine your cells, your atoms in your hand. The atoms merging with the atoms in the door. That's what it feel like. And when I walked through the door, it was a guy in my living room. And I thought about a sword. And I swear when I thought about a sword, that shit appeared in my hand. On the astral plane, you can form up out of the astral material. You can create stuff with your mind on the astral plane. I know this from personal experience. Okay? If you will it, if you desire it on the astral plane, it will show up. I know this shit. So yes, you can take a sword with you, but you're going to have to make it out of the astral substance or the fabric of the astral material. I'm going to get back on this week. Hold up. Okay, I got some more questions. Yes, you can. You can protect yourself. You can take, for instance, right, if you're looking to have an out-of-body experience, sleep with a crystal around your neck, a crystal necklace, or you can take a crystal, take the counterpart of a physical crystal. Everything that's physical has a counterpart that is astral, okay? And you can take it on the astral plane with you because you got certain stones or crystals that ward off negative energy and entities. They can't stand that shit. You can also sage before you go on the astral plane. You can wear a mojo bag around your neck before you go to sleep. And you have to build up enough astral or etheric energy to bring it with you on the astral plane by doing certain meditations, certain chants to strengthen your etheric double, okay? Your etheric body. And you can bring it with you on the astral plane, and this will protect you from low dimensional beings. I'm gonna tell y'all something about astral projection. You cannot astral project if you have constipation problems, if you overeat. You a lot of people can the reason why a lot of people can't astral project is because they're overeating. This suppresses the astral body from coming out of the prison house physical body. So do a good detox, and you can come out of the body with more ease. Real crystals. You can get real crystals off Amazon. Or you can, there's a lot of websites you can get real crystals. Get them at their raw. Get them at the raw stage, like when somebody just literally broke them. Yeah, you had an out of body experience. Your astral body was disconnected from your physical body. Saw yourself out of your body halfway. Right. If you have negative thoughts, all you're doing is hurting yourself. You are your own enemy. Because if you have negative thoughts, all you're going to do is attract negative entities on the astral plane. They feed off negative thoughts. That's their source of food. It empowers them. That's why if you face your fears, they disappear on the astral plane. That's why the scriptures say, the Bible, fear not but fear itself, but it don't explain the shit. Tourmaline, you can also get Anox, um, Cellulite for protective stones. You can also get, man, there's so many protective stones. Um, Amethyst, Fluorite, the one I got on, Odison, Obsidian, you can get that one. Breatharians, that shit real. Um, Hold up, let's see, which crystals do you recommend? Okay, chance. That's so many different chants. My goodness. You know what? I'm gonna do a video on chants, and I'm gonna go down the line on certain chants and what they do. That'll be a video to itself. But breatharians, plants are basically breatharians. Before we were lured into this um, iron-based existence, we used to be what I think I read it in. I can't think of what book it is. Let's try to think of the book. It's in a book. Shit, when I find the book, I'm gonna put it in my community guideline thing where you can see it. I'm gonna find it. But it's a book. It talks about how our blood used to be gold at one time. It wasn't red. We weren't iron-based people. We were gold-based. Okay, and we could eat directly from the sun. We were on a more higher vibration. Yep, labradorite too. That's another one. That's another one that wards off negative entities, energy. But you got to charge these crystals now. You got to put your energy over it, your chi energy, and mentally program them. These crystals are living beings. They're living beings. They're just on a higher vibration. And if you were to be able to raise your vibration, you would be able to merge with their frequency and understand the wisdom that they have to offer. Yeah, but there was one time where we could eat directly from the sun without going through all this um, spiritual chanting, grounding our feet in the ground and sun gazing. We were just genetically designed that way. That's why we were called children of the sun. Yes. So we used to be like human plants. We used to be able to eat directly from the source. We didn't have to get a byproduct of the sun, which is plants that hold in photons. Because when you, for real, we're just eating plants for photons, for light particles. It's like we are feeding our fragmented soul that's trapped in the physical body when you eat plants? Are you eating fragments of the sun, which is photons from the plants? Plants got it better than we do. They can eat directly from the sun. They ain't got to go buy shit. They can just get it straight from the source. Well, we used to be like that. I remember reading in the book, it's called Human Photosynthesis. And it was saying that if you was to switch our iron with, shit, my phone about to die, y'all. But if you were to switch our iron with magnesium, the plants, if we was to do vice versa, and the plants were iron based, the plants will become not green no more. They will be all the leaves and shit will be brown. It will be melanin based, and they will be able to take in all of the light particles from the sun. But if that was the case, we wouldn't be able to breathe oxygen because right now plants are magnesium based. And because of this, the plants take in only like I think 580 nanometers of photons, and then they shit it back out as oxygen. So we literally breathing in plant shit. We breathing in plant shit, which is oxygen. Wait a minute. I'm talking too much, y'all. I ain't reading this stuff. Let me read what y'all saying. Right, crystals are powerful. Beans are good. I'm a vegetarian. That's all I really eat is beans. A lot of beans acidic though. I mean, you got to balance that. You got to counteract anything that's acidic with something alkaline. You got to find that balance. I got to do it again. I be having to get away from my children, man. They so loud and they be jumping all over me. I can't do it at the house. Not alive. I had to get to myself. There's no such thing as death. Death is only another birth, a birth of life. Death doesn't exist. It's an illusion. Death is actually a pre-awakening stage of awakening. You're not even fully awoke when you come out of your physical body and you're on the astral plane because your etheric DNA is still not fully activated. You got 12 etheric DNA strands that ain't probably been used since Atlantis. Them shits is rusty. They rusty. You got to genetically rewire that. Okay, and then will you be able to go to much higher planes of existence. So the astral body is not the all of the best vehicle that we have in the universe to offer. There's higher bodies than the astral body. You have the golden body, the rainbow body, the diamond body, the electric body. You got all these different bodies for different dimensions. September predictions. Oh, I ain't into all that prediction stuff. I'ma just be real with y'all, cause I don't like to speak on nothing I really don't know nothing about. But from some of the stuff that I've read, I can't speak on September, but I can just speak on some of the plans as far as what the elites have, cause they put it in books back in the 1700s, 1800s. There is, according to the way the dominoes been falling, according to the way that they have set up their blueprint of bringing in their new world order, there will be a food shortage next because everything else has played itself out. So the next stage of their development to bring in this new world order will be a food shortage. So I would advise everybody to go pile up on a lot of food, grow your food if you able to. A lot of people not able to because they're in cities and y'all can't really get down like that. But if you're able to grow your own food, if you have time, a lot of us don't even have time to even do shit like that because we working and then when we get off from work, we have to keep up with our children. So, but if you're able to do it, do it. You know. So grow your food if you able to. But pile up on a lot of food though. Stock up on stuff that don't um, expire quick. You know. We got to stop being so closed-minded and secluded with people in our communities, in our neighborhoods. We all gotta, for real, we need to have community meetings about things like this. But it's hard to even talk to the dead, mentally dead, about stuff like this. So a lot of us, we just we by ourselves. Like in my neighborhood, man, please, shit, it's like talking to a toenail. That's how mentally gone they is. Some places I already stopped selling seeds. Damn. People know what's coming. Y'all got any more questions? I'm about to end this thing in about, I'll say about 2 minutes. I'm at the end of this thing. It's about an hour. I'm long-winded, y'all. I can go for a long time. So, do you think the moon is natural? Hell no, the moon ain't natural. Hell no. The Dogon say the moon was made. Shit. They said it was a man extraterrestrial made. I read in one book that the moon is hollow. There's people, children. A lot of the children that go up missing, they've been abducted and they live inside the moon. I also read in Tuesday Live Saying Rampers book, I think it's in his book called Beyond the Tent, or is either in Beyond the Tent or The Twilight. Lob Saying Ramper, the Lama from Tibet, he said that the moon is actually a spaceship that hasn't been driven for shit millenniums. It's a spaceship. Yes, I heard that too. The reptilians are taking the missing people. Peace to everybody in the chat room. I hope that peace and love follow y'all wherever y'all may go in life. Okay? That's just me personally. Wherever y'all may go, I hope that peace and love may follow y'all. No matter where y'all go in life. Y'all got any more questions? I'm still alive. What, what they talking about? Hey, y'all, I'm going to end this. It was good to talk to y'all. It was good. These questions, y'all got some good questions. I'm going to say this before I get off. Some of these children that have been abducted I know this shit gonna sound crazy, y'all, but hear me through this. Some of these children that come up missing, that are abducted, are souls of beings that come from certain planets. And some of these galactic, intergalactic federation of planetary people feel like these children are basically these souls that live in these children are their family members. And they find loopholes through manipulation to take these children. Are basically not, it's not the children that they're after, it's that the soul that once used to be with them on the planet. And because they feel like they are a part of their family, they abduct them and take them back to the place from which they came. If y'all watch, I think it's called The Fourth Kind, the movie The Fourth Kind, where this lady's child gets abducted. And this being, this being tells the woman that your child is now with us and he's not coming back. The being say something like, your child belongs to us. He was ours from the beginning and he's not coming back. This lady child gets abducted out of his room. And this lady damn near lose her mind. And it's showing actual live video of what actually, it's supposed to be like real footage, live footage. Not like some movie somebody staged and wrote a script to. And I think it's in a movie called The Fourth Kind. Y'all check that out. Shit crazy. What the hell you thinking? I also watched Jupiter Ascending. They show it in that movie. Some of these people that reincarnate on this planet are souls from other planets that were very high in position on certain planets. They could have been a ruler on a planet, on another planet in another dimension or density level. Because every planet has a different density or spectrum of light. Okay? Therefore, certain people on certain planets, you can get this out the Book of Enoch. Certain people on certain planets will live to be 16,000 years old. Some people will live to be 8,000 years old. It only depends on the spectrum of light in which those people are given on whatever planet it may be. So we're given a low spectrum of light, and we can only receive a low spectrum of light because our ozone layer is fucked up from all the pollution, and you know, it's a lot. We can only receive so much until we alkaline our body, you know, become breatharians and stuff like that. What's the craziest thing you've come to oh man, the craziest thing I've come to terms with? I can't even say that. I'm gonna keep that one to myself. I didn't, when I tell y'all I've had some, when I say encounters, I done had some shit happen to me before that I don't even want to talk about. Y'all ain't gonna believe it anyway. Okay, I'm with you. I hear you. The shadow assassin. Assassin. You welcome, goddess. Yes, okay. Somebody said that. Remember that. The shadow assassin. Man, I'm gonna end this live stream. All right, y'all. I don't know. I don't know if y'all believe it. I'm gonna answer this one last question. That's it. Spirituality and self. Yes. it's possible to become a vegetarian in his lifetime. There are people that have done it. There's a guy from India. They did a whole article on him, scientists, and you can look it up. You can read the article. He talks about how he was able to do it by sun gazing and stuff like that. I ain't gonna end it like that. Try to die, okay? But I think the dude's name is Johnny Ponteus, Partel or something. Just type in guy from India, breatharian, hasn't eaten in over 50 years or something like that. I can't think of his name. I think his name Johnny Partel or Parte or something like that. But look him up. He teach you the techniques to do, how to do it. Okay, dude ain't ate food in over 50 years. Had scientists and everything to come in, examine them. Shit real. But until then, peace, y'all. I'm gonna end this thing.